Hello and welcome to Tea Time, our entertainment news program where we bring you all of the latest and nothing but the latest celebrity news. I'm Tokunbo Taiwo and I'm not here alone. My partners in crime are here to do justice to each story. We've got the ever lively Lakpe Banjo and the ever infectious Ife Oshunkeye. Hi people.
Hello. What's up, Tokunbo?
You just went all shy on me, Lakpe.
No.
No? Far from?
No, far from.
All right.
How's it going?
Sorry?
How's it going? You're in a very laughing mood today.
I'm always in a laughing mood.
True.
Have you not noticed?
This is true. This is true, actually. You're right.
Exactly.
I give you that.
But Ife's gone all quiet.
No, nothing. I'm good, bro.
You're good? All righty. Did you find anything online today? Any kind of story that was out of the ordinary?
Nah, nothing out of the ordinary. Lakpe, did you find anything?
No, I didn't.
No? All righty. So let's bring you our first story then. Okay, so Senegalese actress Anne Diop, she basically reacts to racially being attacked by the, regarding her comic book role. Okay, so if you were not aware, she was attacked regarding the comic. I had a look actually and I was like, is she going to be able to fit? Because technically speaking, the comic is supposed to be an orange...
Alien.
Alien, exactly. And I was like, okay, so people were saying that, you know, it should not have been a black person that portrays that kind of person.
Who would fit a
They're saying
alien?
like maybe a Hispanic, person would have been more befitting than a completely black person to represent an orange-colored alien.
I don't think anyone would fit an orange alien.
Exactly, that's what people are saying. So they're saying
white,
this is
black,
racist.
Asian, wherever. No one would fit an orange alien.
Okay, before we delve deeper into it, like your reactions, what your take is regarding this?
Yeah, I think it's always one thing when a black person plays a role for a character. But then white people and other races, I suppose, but more predominantly white people are allowed to play any kind of role, whether it's black or white or orange in this case. So I think if it's because she's black that everybody's like making a massive situation. On the other hand, we had the story of the lady that was going to play the Israeli and the Jewish...
Gal
Gadot,
yeah. She was Miss Israel.
Yeah.
And
there was a whole issue about that as well. So, I mean, people will always have something to say
and
about
that movie she starred in was banned in a lot of Arabian countries.
Yeah.
Yes, that was Wonder Woman. And people were saying she wasn't as voluptuous.
Yeah.
And she was... She wasn't curvy. She wasn't as big busted as the original Wonder Woman.
Yeah, I mean, character. If you look at Harry Potter, I mean, have you read Harry Potter?
Yeah.
Hermione is described as a girl with curly hair, which means there's no black or white. But typically, people that have curly kinks are black people. But she's always played by a white person. So why are people not making an issue out of that? And do you know what I mean? So it's a bit interesting that because this person's orange, a black person can't be painted orange, but white people can always paint themselves black to be black, or like, do you know what I mean? It's just annoying. I'm a bit like annoyed for her. I mean, her response was really nice. She said, you know, whatever negative comments you're saying about me is a reflection of yourself.
Yes,
so,
yes.
I mean, she's absolutely
so cool.
right.
Ife, do you have anything more to say?
No, I think Lakpe pretty much covered most of it, and I just think it's not just. A lot of comic fans are very protective about their characters, so this is not like the first time this is happening. Like you said, the Israeli lady, so they believe that if they've been reading this comic and this is how the character is, then this is what they want to get when they see the movie. So they're really protective. So it's a constant situation up to the point that she was getting a lot of negative comment that she had to turn off her comment section. Yeah, so it's really sad that people still think that way and backwardly in 2018.
You know, I was actually quite curious. I was like, how are they on earth going to do this? I was like, okay, in that case, let me quickly find out, you know, the trailer and see how it is. And they did use some special effects, but it does look good. And I was like, oh, no wonder they used an African woman, because I don't know, she looked more like the super alien that they wanted to portray. So I thought, yes, the producers definitely...
So what are you insinuating, that Africans look like aliens?
Like, should I let you respond?
No, I think you're gonna have to respond to this one on your own. Like,
oh my goodness. Anyway, so as I was saying regarding the trailer, she looked good, but like I said, they used some special effects, but on the whole, it was quite good. I was like, yes, no wonder they selected. I don't know. If anyone watches the film and they still complain, you know, then I don't know.
I mean, there was a huge issue about Idris Elba playing James Bond.
Exactly.
I mean, and he would have made.
But I know exactly, and I think because once they started the Idris Elba thing, I think it's still going to happen at one point or another.
He doesn't want to do it. He said he doesn't want to do it.
No, not with Idris Elba. I'm just saying
the Black James Bond. Yeah, absolutely.
Black James Bond.
But she also made a comment where she said she has deleted this post. Actually, she said that a lot of people with this negative comment and hate comments on Instagram are actually men. So she sees them more of misogynist and racist. So she said that, and then she took it off her post. So I'm wondering why she did that. I think she should have left that, because I think that may just be the case.
You know how people are. They're going to forever remind her that that's what she said.
That was what she said.
You know, so I think it was wise that she took it out. She made her point and then took it out.
Took it off. Yeah.
She makes a really good point about like representation of black women in general as well. I mean, it's interesting that she says a lot of the comments are from men. When I was in London, we did like a research. Well, there was a research that do I need to wrap up?
We need to wrap. Yeah, just so.
The point I'm trying to make is even on dating sites, black women are like the least preferred.
Yeah.
So it's like a running thing that you know a lot of men put. Why are you laughing?
Because no, go on.
Something's wrong through his mind.
Wild.
What's wild?
I wanted to say that's because fraud boys are not looking for black women. Fraud boys are the ones on dating sites these days.
No, I'm talking about in England.
I'm just joking, man. Come on, you didn't catch it.
Oh yeah, I get it now.
Now you get it.
I get it now. Fair enough. That's funny. Oh yeah, no, but yeah, that was my point. But anyway, she just raises a good point about black women.
And I'm actually quite proud that she's not just American, but a Senegalese American.
African.
Exactly.
Yeah.
All right, time to take a quick break. When we return, we'll be bringing you scoop regarding Chioma, Davido's girlfriend. Don't go anywhere.
That money will shoot every person that we know can shoot. We don't let people die there.
You could have killed me for a long period of time.
That time why I carry gonorrhea. I first go hospital first, but it no go. Now I come make that mama.
He just pulled it, he pointed and shot.
What is the soul of a man?
They suffer too much. They suffer too much.
Issues around the Nigerian police, we have to tackle it holistically.
Welcome back. It's tea time on Plus TV Africa, and we're about to bring you this scoop on Chioma, who slams a fan who called Davido a frog voice. This is quite interesting because she was just basically posting on social media, and someone said she used the leftover rice that
she made leftover rice, turned it to another meal.
Yeah, she turned it into fried rice.
Yeah, turned it with beef.
With beef. Yeah. Is it roasted beef?
Yeah,
beef anyway.
or whatever she did.
And it looked good.
Steak, though.
She called it steak.
Steak, yeah. And it had prawns and veg, and it
looked
look
very
quite
nice.
It did.
Well, I don't expect anything less. She's a chef. Now, so I think somebody commented and said, "Oh, this is why Davido's enjoying," and
got well.
This has got well soon because something about his frog voice. This is so big.
Why frog voice got well
soon. I was expecting a lot more. No, she did. I was expecting a lot more of like a better clapback.
Yeah.
Like, she just said, don't be stupid or something.
Do you think her clapback was lame?
Yeah, she shouldn't have said anything.
If
that's what she was going to say, she should have just let it slide. Like, I was expecting
something heavier than that.
Yeah.
Or more. Okay.
It's not really her style, is it?
Well, I felt that she didn't have any reason to comment. Like, she didn't have to reply.
Yes, but do you think she should have clapped back more heavily?
I don't think she should have said anything about it. Yes.
No, I feel like if she didn't say anything, like she shouldn't have said anything at all. And if she was going to say anything, make it like worthy of.
And the truth is, if she didn't say anything, a lot of her fans would have still gone for the person who wrote that comment.
Yeah, because I think there were people that were supporting.
They now went in on the girl. Because it was actually a lady. Like, if Davido came with his frog voice, she wouldn't follow it.
Exactly.
Thirsty girls.
We're not going to have this argument today. I think your facial expression says it all.
I can't be bothered to go into that whole debate again. He's definitely not referring to me, so it doesn't really bother me.
Yeah, especially when they will not follow you in your truck.
But guys, seriously, can we actually say, or I don't know, let's talk about Davido's voice. Do you think it's actually frog voice?
You are always looking for controversy, you know that?
No, because
every
let me tell
time.
you guys, I was in Port Harcourt some time back and they did a show, I can't even remember which show it was, but one of the big shows, and Davido came and we went backstage as reporters.
As you do.
Well, no, this is real. It's not like...
No, that's what I'm saying. As you do, you go backstage.
Wait, rewind. He said, this is real. It's not like,
It's not like you.
wow.
Yeah, that's
But
mad
anyway,
shade.
so we were asking Davido questions, blah, blah, blah. And then, you know, I don't know if it's the performance, but honestly, that day he
had a frog voice. He's known to have a frog voice. Let's not lie. Like,
exactly.
Let's not act like what she's saying. She's just pulled it out of the air. A bit like what Ife does all the time, pulls things out of the air. But I'm joking. I'm joking.
If he's not gonna be pleased with you, you better expect his clap back.
Yeah, I know he will.
No, I'm not even clapping back on nobody today. I'm letting you guys have your fun.
Good, that's great. Thank you for that opportunity. Yeah. Now, even before they solved their issue, Wizkid has said it at his when he was at the Apollo, when he had that big concert in England, that was last year. He said, "Oh yeah, like I'm gonna sing this a cappella. We're not gonna sound like anybody with like dodgy voices, frog voices." And he was referring to Davido at the time. This is obviously before they squashed their like beef or whatever. So like it's a known thing that Davido's voice.
I can't remember what Wizkid referred to techno as well. That was really funny.
Does Wizkid not like techno?
No, they had a beef some time ago, and then he also referred to techno as something. It was really funny.
Really? I didn't even know that.
What, was it something regarding his voice?
No, it was something regarding
the way he looks.
And then, if I can remember this, you'd be like, yes, that's so techno.
Really?
I swear.
Oh, really? Oh, why can't you remember? That's annoying.
I can't really remember.
I think if he's just trying to be polite, he doesn't want to say precisely what it was.
No, I'm not trying. I really can't. Come on, man.
Well, I mean, it's not a surprise that everybody knows that Davido's voice is a bit dodge. But I like it. It sells his music.
Can you do an impression of Davido's
No,
voice?
I couldn't. I couldn't even do it if I tried. Can you?
No, I can't.
Yeah, I couldn't even do it if I tried. I wouldn't say it sounds like a frog, though.
What would you say?
It's just raspy, yeah.
Raspy?
Yeah, I mean...
Do you like raspy?
Yeah, I do.
It's a nice bedroom raspy.
But honestly, I cannot deal with you. You are just wild. Oh my gosh.
You weren't expecting that,
No,
were
I
you?
wasn't actually.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I should, you know, just... Our next scoop is on Nigerian man who reveals he gets angry when reading the Bible, says King Solomon could have asked for so many better things than wisdom. I don't even know where to start on this.
Neither do I. I'm not getting involved in this discussion. I don't debate religion. It's so
sensitive, isn't it? And then people are gonna come back at you, and you know. But at the end of the day, we still got to talk about it. He said it. He talked about it on social media.
Well, the thing is, it's based on interpretation. You can't really judge him. It's the way in which he says it sounds very blasphemous.
But he was even saying on there that this is not blasphemy, or did you not see something like that?
Yeah, he did, but it was very blasphemous. He said that, you know, Solomon had 1,000 girls riding him like a BMX.
As far as I know, blasphemy it has to do with God. He didn't say anything about God. He was saying something about
taking
Solomon.
out or putting something that it's not there into the Word of God or the Bible. That's what blasphemy basically.
Sorry, say that again.
Say that again.
Taking out or putting into the Bible or the Word of God what wasn't there initially.
Yeah, but he's not putting anything.
Yeah, that's what blaspheming.
Oh, okay. So do you think this is?
No, I don't think
it's not. Yeah. All right, go ahead.
I think it has elements of blasphemy. He talks. I mean, based on that definition, then obviously he isn't. But based on what we know to be blasphemy, because the examples. I mean, when people say. I mean, give an example of something that we say is blasphemy. Like if you say Jesus' name in vain, you're being blasphemous.
That's what I'm saying.
But you're not taking away.
No, I don't think
but listen though, this guy is not talking about. He's not talking about
Really?
Jesus. He's not talking about God. He's talking about Solomon.
Yeah, but Solomon was a prominent figure in the Bible.
Yes. So
well, I guess it's not blasphemy. I mean, if you want to go by the definition, I just think it has elements of like belittling the word of God.
No, I don't think it was blasphemy.
Well,
I think we should actually see what the real definition of blasphemy is.
Yeah, no, I agree. Yeah, I agree with
No, but say something on this story, actually. I mean, your reactions. Do you think...
I'm a very religious person. And
You are?
Very, 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 very.
Are you surprised, Lakwe?
I'm absolutely not surprised.
No, is this coming as news to you, or this is not news?
Yeah, this is the first time I've heard that, so
so this is news flash.
But I'm not surprised.
I'm not in support of what he said, because there's nothing wrong with asking God for wisdom. With wisdom, you can make a lot of money, because
But did he say
he's
by
saying
any
that
chance, did he say by any chance what he thought Solomon should have?
That's what the issue was. He didn't say what he would have asked for and what Solomon should have asked for.
Yeah.
He just said that why wisdom of all things, like,
and that look at what his wisdom got him. He got
miraculous.
him
Continue.
He said wisdom got him 1,000.
Okay, that's blasphemy.
Yeah, okay, go
You
on.
see what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
that
it is
part is
blasphemous.
blasphemous.
He made it, and he said stuff like, you know, he used wisdom to get 1,000 women to ride him like a BMX.
Yeah, that's blasphemous.
That is blasphemous. Like, I'm sorry. Regardless of that definition, that sounds like you're belittling the word and the works of God on somebody that existed during the times of the Bible.
The works of God. Those are the works of Solomon, though.
No, God gave wisdom. God gave Solomon wisdom.
Yeah.
And God still gives people wisdom. Now, I sound like a preacher.
And then if you have wisdom, there's absolutely nothing you can get, because with wisdom, you would know how to make money. But
Not even that.
Like
wisdom is how we have iPhones. Wisdom is how we have cars.
And he does not
like
even
the most
understand
important.
why. He's like, he doesn't understand why Solomon actually asked for wisdom, because he wanted to judge cases. And then he judged a case regarding the twins, or the children that a woman claimed. Do you know that story? Where he
brought out the sword and
wanted that was absolute wisdom.
My Jennifer.
Oh dear. Anyway.
No, I think this guy was just having a rant. He was probably drunk, probably high on some sort of drug. Okay. Yeah, because it didn't make any sense from beginning to end. He didn't suggest what he would have thought was better.
Exactly.
He didn't say what he would have asked for. He just said, why wisdom? As if you know that wisdom doesn't help you pass exams, wisdom doesn't help you make decisions, wisdom doesn't help. In fact, wisdom is probably the best thing you could ask
Then
for.
one thing I didn't understand
we
was...
should say this to him, duh.
One thing I didn't understand was when he now said that, okay, until I now realize what genre of literature the Bible falls under. I didn't get that.
I didn't get a lot of things he was
and then
saying.
I went to...
Until he understands.
Yeah, and then I went as far as checking for what type of genre of literature does the Bible fall under. And it's biblical literature. And I'm wondering, like...
It doesn't make any sense. I mean, he was
I don't think the guy was making a lot. I don't think he taught this true.
Or he wasn't in the right frame of mind. It's either that. And his comments, oh God, people came for him. Like, there was a lot of people that were on his side, probably.
I'm actually surprised that no pastor or anyone has responded.
No, but you don't need to respond to someone like that. Like, he's not
like it's so irrelevant.
Yeah, and he's not prominent enough
Exactly,
for you to...
because I was actually quite surprised that he made the headlines.
No.
All right, before we take our next story, we'll take a quick break and then we'll be right back.
I actually moved back to Nigeria to open a bakery. This was my goal. And everything I did up till this point was in preparation for this. First of all, life was great because I moved in 2015 right before the recession, right? It was awesome. I was like, wow, there's so much money out here, man. The cost of overheads, power generation, water, you have to be your own local government. And there are no tax breaks. Many places where, where they realize the small business environment is difficult would offer some kind of tax breaks and incentives. We don't do that out here. We want you to come back. We want you to, to start businesses here, but we're not going to do anything to help you. All my experiences in the past have led me ultimately to where I am now.
Welcome back, it's tea time right here on Plus TV Africa, and we're moving on to our next story, which is on Angelina Jolie, who has accused Brad Pitt of not paying meaningful child support, meaningful in quote.
But do you know what, right? I'm starting to have a different view of her. She's really like playing him dirty. Like she has not come to play. Like, what does she mean by meaningful child support? Because she's basically saying that whatever he's given them doesn't do anything to their lives. And I'm guessing that's because of who they are and their wealth status and the fact that they've got, how many? 6 kids?
6 kids, yeah.
And I'm guessing, but the thing is, she's so rich. His child support shouldn't mean anything to her.
Exactly.
So she's trying to go down that legal path where...
And some people are actually scoffing and saying that, no, he does pay, but what he won't do is pay more than necessary, but that he does pay.
Yeah, so what does she want? She doesn't want him to see the kids, and she still wants him to pay so much.
It's getting very
And
messy.
I hate when women, like, use the kids as a bait between husband and wife. It's so bad. Like, you're going for a divorce. Why has it got to be so public and messy? And why are you being difficult? I mean, we haven't heard his side. We don't know what he's doing.
Exactly.
But the reports that we've heard previously is that, you know, he wanted to see the kids when they were abroad, and she was like, no, they've got to come with me. And she's been a bit... And we do know Angelina Jolie is a bit loopy every now and then. Like, so... I mean, she's just playing a dirty game.
Your view?
Well, like she said, I just think it's just the way, because to be honest, she doesn't need the child support. She doesn't need the money. She can take care of those kids without the support regardless. But I think what she's trying to do is, look, they had an informal agreement of paying child support. So I think she realized, apart from the fact that she's trying to play him dirty, she also realized that, look, I can get more money if I go the legal way and I do it formally. So maybe that's why she's doing this. And instead of keeping it informal, she's filing for the actual divorce now and filing for child support. So she's going to be getting what she's actually entitled to according to what is earning.
But she still wants custody of the kids.
Let me just bring this in, because one of the things that I saw while digging into the story is that this is what did she even call it? Like a stepping stone to what she really wants. That they're saying, technically speaking, she wants it to happen, and she wants it to happen this year. That she's really going after being single all over again, and she wants to finalize the divorce, and that this is a stepping stone, and that she's doing this deliberately so that, you know, she will have something to say in court when the case and that's one of the reasons why she had to change lawyers, because the initial lawyer wasn't going to fast track, you know, her getting the divorce this particular year, and that's one of the reasons. So she's changed lawyers, and that this is what she wants, and that this is like is it a smoke screen, or what words do I use to get in her singleness, her single status back?
Okay, so did they state a reason why she wants to be single again?
She wants it over, finalized. That's it. That's all. She just wants the divorce complete. And then what they're saying is that after the divorce,
she was putting out an application. So,
sorry.
You know.
So what she's saying is that after the divorce,
why? You don't think I can?
You want to get married to Angelina Jolie?
I don't mind.
Isn't she twice your age?
It don't matter. I've told you guys this. You guys asked me about the same thing about Priyanka, man. Have you seen Angelina?
Yeah, I have. But you also need to realize that she's a bit.
She's hot.
If you have kids with her, this will be you.
No, come on.
And you're African. She might want to adopt someone from your village as well.
It's not him.
It's not you,
It's
not you.
You do for a nice kid. That's
exactly.
What
she might adopt you.
Well, even better.
Do you think it's strange for her to adopt all of those children and bunch them all together into one family?
I think it's good and it's bad. It's good in the sense that it's a nice, culturally diverse family. I'm guessing they'll grow up not knowing colour, even though it's quite obvious. They'll grow up not knowing, like, discriminating people based on colour. And it's all about, you know, her mantra for world peace and that kind of thing. But at the same time, it is a bit random.
Yeah,
it
very
is a bit
random.
But, I mean, she's doing it for goodwill, so you can't really knock her.
Yeah.
Well, this just reminded me of the Femi Otedola story we spoke about this morning. Because a lot of people, like I always say, Nigerian media, we always take things out of context. A lot of other blog sites are saying that Femi Otedola adopts 11. And I'm like, come on. You get, so it just takes me back, like, look, there are a lot of people that can do these things, but they do not do it. So what Angelina is doing, taking kids from different races and bringing them under one roof, is really commendable. And a lot of people that can afford this should try doing it.
No, true, I agree with you. But I think a lot more people engage in what Femi Otedola is doing, which is, you know, sponsoring education. He's not sponsoring his life. Like, Angelina Jolie is coming to Africa, taking really, really less privileged children who sometimes are orphans. And she's taken them into her life, and she's treating them like one of her own.
Sure.
So that's completely different. I mean, we don't
with them though.
but
we don't know how she's treating them.
But
what were you going to say?
We don't see this often in Africa. We don't see people adopting less privileged children and
Well,
bringing them
Madonna
into.
did though.
No, in Africa,
Oh,
I'm saying
okay.
we don't see that as much, but we do see the sponsorships.
Oh, but this lady did, what's her name? Something Danjuma, Caroline Danjuma. She adopted.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
did.
but that's why
after having her
But that
three
was that's
children.
why it was such a big story, because it's not as popular.
Yeah.
I mean, we have so many different theories of why we don't do that here, and I guess obviously if we all live here, we all suffer the same kind of challenges. So it's not really as enticing. But when celebrities who are richer and more privileged do it, it's more praised and stuff. So, but it's not as common as it is when Madonna and Angelina Jolie do it. It's somewhat exploitative, but okay.
Okay. Anyone wants to do final comments before?
Angelina, sort your life out. Stop letting everyone know about your messy divorce.
Brad Pitt, pay your child support if you're not paying enough.
Oh, come on. Easy on
Exactly.
Brad.
I believe he pays his child support. And besides, he
I
hasn't
said
come
if
out.
he's not paying enough.
Enough. Anyway, I mean,
Yeah,
it's not...
let's not
it's-
go there.
Yeah, exactly.
Let's not
We
go
don't
there.
know how much he's paying.
All right, then. That's where we're going to wrap the show this afternoon. Join us tomorrow for fresh stories and fresh episodes of Tea Time. Until then, a big thank you to my co-anchors, the entire production team, and our stylist courtesy of Kudi Empire. I'm Tokumbo Taiwo saying good afternoon.